Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Blair. Welcome to my beauty space. So for today's video, we are doing the annual Sephora VIB sale recommendation list. So I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. In fact, those type of videos are what first got me started on YouTube. So I just felt, it's pretty nostalgic to do it. Like, I just felt time flies by. It seems like last year I was doing my recommendation list. In fact, last year I was doing it with a voiceover. That's my only voiceover video on my channel, so I can link it right here if you want to check it out. But yeah, here we go again. 2019 is almost coming to an end, and the holiday season is around the corner. So now it's time to shop. And I'm here to give you guys my recommendation list of the stuff that I personally owned and loved for the Sephora sale, and those are all the new items that I've never really covered in my past recommendation list. I have a whole playlist of Sephora videos. If you're interested, I'll link the whole playlist right here as well, so that you can see like my past recommendations. This video will be strictly the new items that I've never covered in the past, so that way we can both save some time and give you guys the most relevant information. Also, to clarify, all the products in today's video are the stuff that I have already owned, I have already played with, I really love it, and that's why I want to recommend to you guys. Those are not the items that I plan to buy myself. I might mention, a couple items here and there depending on the brand, but for like a complete list of stuff that I truly want to buy, like my wish list, I will post on my Instagram story. So definitely make sure to follow me on Instagram at beautybyblair1011, and also that's part of the ongoing giveaway anyway. In order to win this beautiful winter collection by Becca, you need to follow me on Instagram and also subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, turn on the notification, and then you need to leave me a comment down below. For today's video, you can leave me a comment regarding what you want to buy from the Sephora list, and then you're entered. So yeah, if you want to win this beautiful eyeshadow palette right here, definitely go ahead and enter it. And also, if you want to increase your chance of winning, definitely go to my older videos and leave me a comment right there, so that way you can increase your chance of winning this beautiful palette right here. Alright, so that's all the disclaimers out of the way, and now let's get straight into the recommendations. Alright, so the first item I really recommend you guys to pick it up during the sale is an item from Pat McGrath. And I have done my fair share of research before I purchase this item because Pat McGrath is really expensive, even with the sale. So I really want a palette. I think it's worth the price. It's unique enough to add to my collection. And after a lengthy time of research, I have settled on this palette, and I couldn't be happier. In fact, I have wearing this eyeshadow palette on my eyes today. I just really want to showcase the colors on my face while I recommending the products. So the palette that I recommend you guys to purchase from Pat McGrath is, ta-da, here. So this is my only Pat McGrath palette, and I just really think this is a unique palette. In fact, I think I'm going to skip on the big palette from Pat McGrath this year, but I will pick a small foreshadow quads from Pat McGrath. Put the picture right here. And yeah, the reason why I love this palette is because I think this palette has the most unique color stories. I really love her bronze red palette, but I just felt like besides that red color, the rest of the colors are not really that unique. When I spend more than $100 on an eyeshadow palette, I want every shadow to count. And I feel like this palette fits the criteria. So the shade I'm wearing on my eyelid today is this shade right here. Let me swatch it for you guys. Look at that swatch. It's just so beautiful. It is such a luxurious feeling when you swatch it and when you apply on your eyes. It's just really easy, breezy. One swipe on your eyes, you're done. So that's why I just felt like not a lot of brands that shades like this, like this, like this. Let me swatch this. Kind of like a pinkish purple. Has like a dual chrome shift to it, which is so pretty. Look at that color. So beautiful. I just really think that to get the most, bang for your bucks, this is a palette that offers all these unique colors. And this blue color. Look at that. But I do think there is somewhat of a dupe for this palette, which is the Dose of Color Kitty and Desi Francation palette. I think it can somehow be a dupe for this palette right here. However, I still think if you really want to experience next level luxe Pat McGrath's full experience, I think this palette is the one to splurge on. So yeah, this is the first item I recommend during the Sephora sale. Alright, moving on, the next eyeshadow palette I absolutely love and would recommend to you guys is the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. So this palette is not a new launch from this year. However, I think the color scheme of this palette is really versatile. You can literally wear this all year round. So here is the inside looks like. Look how beautiful is this eyeshadow palette. In fact, I was watching her, Facebook mini docuseries on Facebook Live. I really love the behind the scene of, her as a CEO brainstorming, the packaging brainstorming, the colors and the control the cost, all that kind of stuff. And I learned that this palette, actually they don't make that much money because of the high quality ingredients Huda insisted to put in this eyeshadow palette. So I feel like just because of that, it's a great value to buy it, especially with 20% off, because she said she really doesn't make a lot of money out of this palette because of the high grade ingredients. So I really just felt like you should buy it, because really, the swatches don't lie. So let me swatch a few colors for you guys. For example, this color right here. It's such like a unique texture. I don't see it anywhere else. So here, look at this color. Like you can't buy it anywhere else besides this palette. And then you also have the pressed glitter, which I wore. So beautiful. Look at that. And then you also have this color right here. I feel like all those special formulated shadows is what makes the palette stand out a lot in the crowded eyeshadow palette, space. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? I just think she nailed this palette. And also I feel like now's a good time to buy it with 20% off. I really think you will get the most value out of this palette. Oh, and also don't forget you have a concealer shade, which is basically an eye primer. So you just use this one to put on your eyelid. You don't have to use any other eye primer. So I think that's also a very, value added point to this eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I really love this palette and I would highly recommend you pick it up during the sale. Alright, speaking of Huda, I feel like another category of her product that I highly recommend you pick it up during the sale are her mini eyeshadow palette. I just think they're so beautiful. I have all three of the neon palette right here and I recommend all three of them because they're so cute. So let's start with this pink one. Let me show you guys the inside looks like. Look at those. Like she literally put 4 shimmers and 5 mattes and all the colors really flow together. This I barely touch it. Look at that. Look at that color payoff. And also I think the matte in this shadow palette is equally as amazing, like those kind of, like apricot orange color and this pink color right here. Let me swatch it. Look at that. It's beautiful. Like those minis are so nicely done. Like I felt like you can't get it anywhere else, and it's hard to find a dupe for those kind of colors, those kind of quality. $27 retail is already pretty competitive. Plus you get 20% off or at least 10% off. So yeah, this is the first neon color. I really love this color. Then moving on, the second neon palette is this green palette. I just really want to show you guys all the colors. Like I feel like this one, if you don't really want to buy all 3 of them, you can skip on this one. I like it just because look at the packaging. And also I feel like the colors inside, like I don't really have a lot of them in my collection. That's why I bought it. Plus it's $27, so it's like, you know, not that expensive. In fact, I've never even used this one. I was waiting to do a tutorial, but you know what? I'm gonna show you guys in the recommendation. So just look at the colors. It's really unique. In fact, I felt like this kind of have a similar tone to the Mercury Retro palette that she's about to drop. I felt like, you know, I kind of want to skip that one just because I think the colors are more for spring, so I might pick it up during the spring sale. But this palette, I feel like since it's already out for a while, I think if you are thinking about it, you should pick it up. Like the colors are really, really good. Look at that. Let me just put it right here. Look at that. And I almost feel like this palette can be a mini dupe of the Mercury Retro palette. It's really beautiful. So yeah, this is the second palette I really recommend from Huda Beauty. Alright, moving on, the last neon mini palette I really love, and this one is my fave. It's the orange one. I bought this one from New York City Sephora. I can link that video here, but look at the colors. If you want the most unique color story, this will be the one because look at them. Just look how beautiful they are. I just really, really love how she put together all the colors. It looks really, you know, visually pleasant, and also the shimmers are so beautiful. And I don't see a lot of those colors are done in other brands, to be honest. That's why I think is, you know, a very unique palette to collect. Since now there's so many palettes in the market, for me personally, when I choose a product, I always ask myself, is this unique enough to buy it? If the answer is yes, then I'll look at the price or the deal. I just felt like, you know, there are so many, you know, makeup in the market. I really think the whole market is oversaturated, which is good for the consumers because, you know, you get a better bargain, but sometimes it can also be overwhelming to choose from. So for me, my guideline is always, is this palette unique? If it's not unique, even if it's at like a very affordable price, I still wouldn't buy it because I already have everything I needed, so I don't need to throw more money into stuff that I have already owned like 10 times. So I feel like this is very unique, and I think, you know, it's a good palette to pick out. Alright, besides all the neon minis, I have another regular minis that she released last year that I think is a good buy. So this is called Ruby Obsession. I really love the color in this. It's just perfect. Especially for the holiday season, I felt like if you want to do really, you know, Christmassy and red kind of color, this will be your palette because the colors are super pigmented. And they're just like the perfect holiday red. And then you have the shimmers, and they're not like crazily too much, you know what I'm saying? Like you can still wear this to a Christmas party or to a family gathering. I don't think it's gonna be so overwhelming. The maroon shade, look at this. It is so beautiful, and also the shadow qualities are amazing. I think you should pick it up. And as for if I'm interested in pick up the new nude little mini palette, I do have one that I want to pick it out, which is light. I just felt like that color story really speaks to me, and I have swatched all 3 of the palette in Sephora last weekend, and I felt like I'm set on the light one if you're asking. So that's another one that I plan to pick it up during the sale. Alright, let's keep moving this train because we got a lot to cover. So the last item I recommend you guys to pick it up is a powder from Huda Beauty. This is actually a setting powder I'm using on my skin today. I really love how my makeup turned out to be today, so I recommend this powder. And this is the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Pound Cake. For some reason, I just feel like this powder is so finely milled, and also it just gives me that kind of feeling of eating like the pound cake, if that makes sense. The smell is amazing. You have this, you know, shifter to cover the powder, and here you have a second net, so the design is really good. And also the powder is just very luxurious. I think that's a good word to describe it. I don't describe a lot of powder as luxurious, but I think this is one of them. And this is cheaper than the Givenchy, which I'm going to mention in a sec. But yeah, I just feel like if you want a luxurious powder, but you don't want to go super luxurious like Dior or Givenchy, I think Huda Beauty is a good, position to pick. Also, this one is made in Italy as well. It's like the same lab with a lot of like the luxury brands. So I think you're essentially getting the similar quality, but at a cheaper price. So I really, really love this powder. Alright, since we're talking about Givenchy, I have a Givenchy powder. I think it's worth your time checking it out. And this is the Givenchy Prince Lip Powder in the shade number 5, Satin Blanc. So first of all, this is a limited edition. I really love Givenchy's limited edition every year. In fact, this year they come out with like a red cap with a new color. I'm going to get that one. So, but for you guys that have never really tried Givenchy powder, I'd say that go for a more, universal color, whether it's number 1, which is like a pastel color for color correction, or number 5, which is, your regular kind of nudie white color, if you guys can see. So for Givenchy powder, they always come in this kind of like 4 colors, and you mix them together to get that, overall color. And I'd say that number 5 is probably the most, usable for most people, because they are just consistent of like a white powder, a beige powder, a little bit pink, a little bit, I don't even know how to describe this color, but like a pink beige. So if you've never, tried Givenchy powder, you really want to venture out, I'd say that go for number 5 instead of number 1, because number 1 is like a pastel color. It's more for color corrector. So it's not really, I guess, like an everyday use unless you're a makeup artist. You're always, creating this super like, out of there look. So I feel like this is a really good buy. But if you have already owned, like Givenchy powder number 5, number 1 is really good. I just think that their powders are, yes, expensive, but you can see the difference on your face. Like it just gives you that, I don't know, like a very fancy glow. I think that's a good way to describe it. And this one is also made in Italy. So yeah, like I said, powders made in Italy is really good. So yeah, I recommend this powder. Alright, moving on, another powder that's also made in Italy that I think is so good and it's not as costly as Givenchy is by Fenty Beauty. So here is the Fenty Beauty powder right here. I am in the shade Banana. In fact, I might pick up another shade like a beige or maybe a translucent, just because I think this powder is so good. First of all, you get 28 grams of this baby. So this can last you like forever. I had this one since April or something like that. Barely made a dent. So I think I'm good, with this banana shade. And what I really want to mention, because I only tried banana, so I can only speak on this color, is that it's not that yellowy. Just look at it. So you don't have to worry about skin tone. I feel like Miss Rihanna definitely takes that into consideration. Like, not everybody has yellow undertone. So when she designed banana powder, I think she chose a more, I guess like a banana light will be a better description. So you're not gonna get that super yellowy undertone. And I think that's a good, way to do any kind of powders nowadays with different skin tone, is to chosen more of like a subtle color so that more people can use it. So that's what I love the most about this banana powder, is that it's not too yellowy. So not only I can use it on my under eye, but also I can use this all over my face. So that's why I just think it's a really good powder to look into, especially her banana color. I couldn't really talk about beige or translucent because I haven't used them yet, but I'm considering getting them. But for the banana one that I used, I really love. And also, this powder smells really fancy as well. I don't know if it's because made in Italy just makes it fancy. But yeah, all in all, this is an excellent powder to pick up. Alright, lastly, I have one more powder that I really think you should check it out. And this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. First of all, look how big is this container. But in fact, this powder has 25 grams. Fenty is 28 grams. So don't get fooled just by, the size of the container, but as you can see, this one is way shorter, this container is way deeper. So this one actually has less product than Fenty, but I still think this is a really good powder. I have already done a get ready with me using this powder. Some of you guys really love how the powder makes my skin look, and I agree with you guys, I really love it. And this is a banana shade right here. This is another powder I think done right for the shade banana. It's not that yellowy either. This almost can pass as a yellow beige color. Let me put it here. But can you guys see the difference? This is definitely more banana than the banana from Fenty. So I think it really depending on your skin tone and what kind of look you're going for. I'd say that if you want more of a brighten look, go for the Anastasia. But if you want just to set your face and a little bit like, you know, brighten but not too much, go with Fenty. But I think they're both amazing. This one is made in the USA, so this is really good quality as well. Plus this one doesn't have a scent, so for you guys who are sensitive to any scent, this one definitely will be a better choice. But I really love both of them, and I think they're really different in their own way. So yeah, I recommend both of them. Alright, since we're talking about Fenty Beauty, I have a few more Fenty items I think you should at least check it out. So the first item is a highlighter. This is the Fenty How Many Carats highlighter. First of all, look at this. So beautiful. It's very unique. You can't have any of, you know, the design like this anywhere else. So that hits my criteria of uniqueness. And then look at this color. It's so just an indescribable feeling when you touch it. It's very, very, how to say, like wet and slippery, but at the same time it's a powder, if that makes sense. So here, this is the color. What I love about this highlight is that it's not like super blinding, but at the same time it gives you that little bit of a hint of highlight. So I think they can be a good color, not only for holiday parties, but also maybe for every day. Just a tiny little bit of a touch up. I think it's really pretty. And also, I just really love the whole design of this palette. I just feel like this is very fitting for holiday season. I forgot when this one came out, but I still think you should pick it up if you haven't, because it's really beautiful. It's that hint of, you know, glam and diamond kind of glow. So yeah, I love this highlight. Alright, moving on, the second highlight I love from Fenty Beauty is a pink highlight. So this is a highlight right here, and the color is called What a Brat. I really love the name of it, and ta-ta, look the inside. It's really pretty. I just think, you know, you can't find those kind of pink highlight anywhere else, not that I know of. I'm literally on my phone searching for new makeup news every single day. I just love doing that, but I don't really see a color like this anywhere else. So I think it's very unique. So that's why I think you should, you know, check it out. And also I feel like this color is not too loud either. So that way you don't have to worry too much if you wear it to, you know, just like a brunch or like, I don't know, an afternoon walking your dog. I think you can still blend in with, you know, the surroundings. You're not gonna be like, ooh, like a glam bomb or something like that. So I really think this color is pretty, and that's one swipe. Obviously you can intensify it by wet your brush with Fix Plus, or just, you know, put a little bit more, like 2 to 3 coats. But yeah, for me, I feel like 1 coat is enough. So I really love this highlight. Moving on, the third highlight, I feel like these are for you guys who want to stand out, who want to make a statement. And this is the highlight in the shade Trophy Wife. I feel like a lot of people probably already have this one because this one is last year's launch. But just in case you haven't, look at this color. So this is straight up a gold highlight. So again, I don't think there are a lot of this color out there. So it's very unique. And on top of that, let me swatch it for you guys. Oh my goodness. This is just straight like shimmer heaven. And what I love about this one is that I also love to put it on my eyes, so that way it can add that drama, but it's not too much. And just look at this. I feel like the camera eats up the light a little bit, but if you look in like directly through your eyes, not through your lens, it's way more pigmented in person. So that's what like really touches me when I swatch this in the store, is that it just looks so beautiful when light hits on the skin. It's just that really glitz and glam kind of Gatsby kind of a look. So I feel like, you know, if you're looking for a very unique highlight to impress in your holiday party or Gatsby theme party, whatever you need to attend, look no further. This one is really good. Alright, moving on. The next two items are from another really expensive brand, but I think they are totally worth money. They're totally unique. So I recommend two face products from Natasha Denona. So this palette I'm actually wearing on my face today. So I'm gonna show you guys first. So this is the Bronze and Glow palette right here. First of all, I love the packaging. I wish Natasha Denona could come out with more product this size, just because I feel like for average consumer, nobody really gonna use up a giant size of blush or eyeshadow, anything like that. So I love that she came out with, you know, smaller size, which are more consumer friendly, not only packaging wise, but also price wise. And for the shade I'm wearing today, this is the shade. So this is what I'm wearing on my face. As you can see, it's pretty pigmented. Didn't really blend out too much because I really want to show you guys the pigmentation. And I love this shade because I think it's very versatile. I feel like even if you are fair or if you are dark, I think this color probably can still be usable to some degree. And if you're similar skin tone as mine, no doubt about it, you will love this palette because this color, look how pigmented. Look at that. And also for me on my face today, I also mix it with the KKW contour in the shade number 2. So this is her singular contour and here is number 2. Let me just hold side by side. You can see the color difference. I love KKW contour. I think it's a good price. I think the powder are really good, but number 2 is really too light for me. So if you are contemplating buying it, don't buy number 2. But what I like is when I mix these two together, this is how it looks. I put, you know, a normal amount of, you know, this color on this side because I want to show you guys, but this side I just strictly want to show you guys the pigmentation, so I put a little bit more. But if you think this color is too dark, you can mix with KKW contour number 2. I think it will be really perfect color. And besides that color, you also have this beautiful highlight. This highlight formula is amazing. Look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful, especially if you look with your own eyes. It's just that beautiful white gold color. Let's see where this one is made. This is made, didn't say anything. Oh, made in Italy. Duh, of course. I can't tell. Like now I've played with so many makeup items. Like I sometimes can tell where they're made because like you just, it's a different feel. I don't know how to describe it besides it's different feel. And also you have this glow cream base. So this is very wearable for all the girls who just want a little bit, who go to boards or meetings or who just go to volunteer work. You don't want too much, but you still want a little bit. Go for this cream color. It's there, but it's not loud. It's not obvious. It's really pretty. And then this super glow color is pretty as well. I feel like this can be really beautiful on darker skin tone because it has that yellow undertone to it. So yeah, all in all, I think this is a great palette. I love the layout. I love the performance of the powders. I love the price point. Plus, you get 20% off during the sale. So I highly recommend this palette. Alright, moving on, the second face palette I really love from Natasha Denona is this Bloom Blush and Glow palette. It's the same layout as a contour palette, and in this palette you will have blush and highlight instead of contour and highlight. And I love this palette as well. First of all, I think it's dark skin tone friendly because you have this kind of like a cranberry shade. This shade is beautiful. And it's perfect for Halloween season if you want to do any kind of dark or vampy kind of look. And then you also have this glow cream base, just like the contour palette, except this is like a baby peach palette color. I mean, not palette color, but yeah, it's not that visible, but you can build it up. That's the beauty of cream product, is that you can always build it up. And I feel like this can be a really good, like, you know, use for a natural look where you don't use powder product, you just all use cream products. I think you put this base on, beautiful. Then we have the two, you know, most, you know, exciting shade for me personally. So we have this highlight. You can see I've used this highlight a lot. It's right here. It's not that pigmented, I have to say right off the bat, but if you use a little bit Fix Plus, it's gonna show up more. So that's why I'm not like beating this palette too hard, because I still think it's pretty, and for all the girls who want a natural makeup look, this can be a really good choice. Not everything has to be, you know, crazy and out there. Not everybody wear crazy makeup every day. So I understand that. And lastly, we have this blush color. This is my favorite color of this whole palette. Look at this color. It's NARS Orgasm 2.0 with a peachy twist. So I love it. So yeah, I highly recommend this palette. Alright, since we're talking about blush, contour, face product, I have a bunch of individual products that I think totally worth the money, at least worth you checking it out. I feel like they deserve a shout out, at least from me. So the first one is actually a duo. So this is from the brand Jouer. This is the Rose Gold Blush Duo. It has two colors, and here is the packaging. First of all, how beautiful. I really love the brand Jouer. I also love the founder of the brand. I think she's a very elegant lady. I really love her taste in her makeup. So this palette reflects that taste really well. Look at these two colors. I feel like if you have, you know, fair to medium skin tone, this will be the palette for you. I just really think the colors are so beautiful. And in this duo, you will have one matte shade, which is a beautiful pinkish shade. I know this may not be that banging, but again, it's more for the natural look. I feel like a lot of, you know, the high-end products that I pick are more on the natural side, just because I feel like if I pay so much money, I want to get the most use out of it. That's why I pick the most natural color. But when it comes to drugstore, I'm more bold with my color choices, because I know that even if I don't use it up, it's not gonna cost that much. So that's why I picked this palette and also this shimmer color. Beautiful. Look at this. Don't you just love it? This is another dupe for the NARS Orgasm color. I feel like I'm so tired of NARS Orgasm and how they really rebrand it every year after year. Even though I still fall for it though, I still buy it. But I kind of want, you know, a different color or a different brand that does a similar color. So yeah, this duo, love it. Alright, moving on. The next item I really love and I think you should get it is a blush from Dior. So this is a Dior blush. It's like the classic Dior packaging, and in the bag it's not like the same packaging as how they used to be. They just become plastic. So that's a little bit cheap in my opinion, because you do pay a pretty penny for this blush. But I'm willing to overlook it because now you can get 20% off during the sale. So here is the inside looks like. I love this color. Let's see, what's this color? It's number 10. It's called the Luminizer Blush. So I just felt like this is a good color for especially medium to dark skin tone. I don't know, like I feel like sometimes it's really hard to find a color that's gonna look good all across different skin tone, but I think I find this one. So that's why I really want to, you know, recommend to you guys. And here, as you can see, this is not a matte blush. It has that illuminating sheen to it. So it's really natural. I feel like it's a very versatile blush for different occasions, especially for a lot of girls. If you don't feel comfortable doing contouring, but you still want something on your face, I feel like this blush can be a really beautiful alternative. It's still gonna give you that little bit of definition because it's not, you know, a super light blush, but at the same time it's gonna look really natural. It doesn't require extra blending, yada yada yada. So I feel like this is a really good, you know, high-end item that it's worth in your collection. And I think Dior usually they don't do any kind of individual sales on their website or with other retailers. So I feel like 20% is the lowest you can go. So I would recommend you pick this one up during the sale. Alright, moving on. Another brand I think is worth the money, but it's very expensive, is Charlotte Tilbury. I really love the brand. I think some of the items can be a little bit lackluster, but in general, the quality of her products are really good. So I would recommend you pick it up during a sale. And the blush that I really love is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher, and I'm in the shade Love is the Drug. So this color I think is really beautiful if you have similar skin tone as mine, because you have that light color, but if you want to intensify the look, you pop in the middle and give you that extra pop of color. I just really love this shade. I think it's so beautiful. Look at this. It's just come out to a really beautiful and a very subtle kind of blush. I know it's not gonna pick it up on camera, but trust me, if you look at, you know, in person, it's gonna show. And it's very appropriate for a lot of, you know, official, like formal occasions. So yeah, I feel like this can be a good buy during the sale because it's very unique, it's versatile, it's a high end. So I highly recommend this one. Moving on, the next item I really love and would highly recommend is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. So this is a matte and a shimmer duo, and I'm in the shade Mojave Mauve. So here, these are the colors. And let me tell you, this whole line is super popular. In fact, their bronze color is always out of stock, and their pink Delilah color is always out of stock. The mauve color, this one is also always out of stock. So I feel like that says something about, you know, the popularity of this product. And I can see why, because first of all, the quality is amazing. I love the whole packaging. I love this design. It's like no-brainer. It's like if you want a monochromatic look, just go pulling this out and you will have it, because every highlight is, you know, matched specifically for the blush color. So it's just so beautiful. And let me swatch it. The matte first. Look at that. And then the highlight second. So this highlight gives me that organza vibe. So again, that just proves to you there are certain colors that are just really popular despite the brand. So I feel like if you never tried orgasm or you just don't care about it anymore, try this one. I think this is a good one. In fact, I'm going to pick up the pink Delilah if I could during the sale, because I really love this color as well. So yeah, this is the next item I really love. Alright, moving right along, I have a highlighter that's like a pretty, how to say, like a OG highlighter. It's been around for a while, but I still think you need to check it out. In fact, it might not come in this form because they always have a new kind of packaging, but I think the color is really beautiful. So this is by the brand Estee Lauder, and I feel like I rarely talk about Estee Lauder anymore. I don't know why, but I think this highlight, this is the Heat Wave highlight. It's so bomb. Like this, I got it last summer, but look how much I used. I have a lot of, you know, highlights, so the fact that I have used this much actually says a lot. So let me swatch the color for you guys. Look at that. How can you not be sold on this color? It's beautiful. It's really creamy. In fact, I think this one reminds me of the new Jewelry highlight that I also really recommend. So I feel like if you already have the Jewelry highlight, or if you want something different, not just like the usual go-to, I think the Heat Wave is really classic. It has been around for years and years and years. People still want it. They still come back in different packaging. That says a lot. So I think you should check it out. And of course, since I mentioned the Jewelry highlight, I want to show you guys the color here. So this is the Jewelry highlight in the shade Mountain Glow. And first of all, look at this packaging. It's crazily beautiful. And what's more beautiful is the color itself. Look at this color. So let me swatch it for you guys, because I think that's the only fair way. Look how like finely milled this powder is. I really think Jewel perfected the highlighter, you know, texture is beautiful. So here, look at that. I feel like Heat Wave is also on that level. It's like those kind of holy grail level. So to me, if you're darker skin tone, Heat Wave will be a better color. If you're lighter skin tone, the Jewel Melt Tint Glow will be really good. In fact, this is what I'm wearing on my face today. I just really want to show you guys. I just think this is so beautiful. I cannot recommend enough. So yeah, this is the next item. I think you should check it out during the sale. Alright, moving on. Speaking of those kind of really out there highlighter, I have one from Makeup Forever. I think you should definitely check it out. So this is the Makeup Forever highlight. This is the Pro Light Fusion. And what I love about this one is that the glow is super elegant. I think elegant is a good word. So let me swatch it for you guys. Next to the other two Holy Grails. Look at that. So here are the three swatches side by side. I'd say that this color is pretty close to Heat Wave in some ways, but it's a little bit darker. So if you have darker skin tone, I think this color will be beautiful. And also it's very, how to say, like a little bit low-key than the rest of the two, but still has that very reflective glow to it. I just really love this highlight. I feel like whenever I have a very, how to say, like a bronze look, I tend to grab this highlight to make it like merge into my face a little bit better. Like for example, let me just put a little bit on my cheeks here, because see this cheek, I have more like bronzer just to show you guys. See that? It kind of blends into the whole face a little bit better in my opinion. So I really love this highlight. I wish more people could talk about it because I think this one deserves a shout out. So I think you should check it out. Moving on, the second Makeup Forever product is a bronzer. This is also a hidden gem that people don't really talk about it. So this is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. So this is the packaging, looks like really beautiful. And also this one is ultra natural and waterproof. How many bronzer can claim they to be waterproof? I know we're in winter time. Usually people don't swim in the winter time, but people still go on vacation. And when you lay by the pool, if you wanna take a dip, you don't wanna ruin your bronzer, go for this one. And also look how beautiful is this color. This is a perfect contour slash bronze color. It's literally like perfect. It has that gray undertone that I always talk about, but it has a little bit warm, so it's not too gray if you have, you know, a darker skin tone. I love this bronzer. So let me swatch it for you guys. It's only fair I swatch it. So beautiful. Let me put it here. Can you see that? Oh my god. It's really beautiful, and also it's not too pigmented, so it's very beginner friendly. You can build it up, and you can also do a shadow shade on your forehead if you want to, you know, shorten your forehead. I just think this is so perfect. I don't know why people don't talk about this one, but I think this one is totally worth it. Alright, moving on, another bronzer I think, you know, deserves a shout out is a sculpting powder from Kevin Kwang. So here is the product looks like. First of all, it's really cute, very compact. I love that. And the packaging is really just high end. I know this one is pricey, but trust me, I think it's worth the price. So for the color itself, I'm in the shade medium. So here is a medium shade. I'd say that this one is definitely strictly more of a sculpting contour powder compared with the Makeup Forever one I just showed you guys, because this one definitely is that gray undertone, which I love. Look at this. Look how great that is. It's really beautiful. I just feel like if you want a very, you know, pigmented and on point sculpting powder, I think you should check it out. I know it's a little bit of a splurge, but I feel like that's the whole point of Sephora having a sale, is to buy stuff that you normally wouldn't buy, especially on the higher end. So I feel like if you are thinking about a good sculpting powder, definitely check those one out, because it's really worth it. Alright, so that's it. That's all the face powder category that I would recommend to you guys to at least check it out during the sale. Now move on to complexion product. which is really fun. So the first item I recommend is also the foundation I'm wearing on my face. And this is the Guerlain Le Essential Natural Glow Foundation. 16-hour wear with sunscreen SPF 20. So this is a foundation right here. I absolutely love this foundation. It's so beautiful. It's exactly like the finish that I want. It's natural, it's glowing, but it has coverage. It is buildable and it's breathable. It's not too matte. And if I want to set to a matte finish, I can use the Huda powder, I can use the Anastasia powder. I feel like for me personally, those kind of natural glow with a light to medium coverage, buildable foundation is my sweet spot. I just love how those kind of foundation makes my skin looks like. So for me, the #1 pick foundation so far for the year of 2019 goes to this Guerlain foundation. Also, not to forget how beautiful is this packaging. Very unique, fits my criteria of uniqueness, and the finish is beautiful. As you guys can see, this is what I'm wearing on my face today. I absolutely love it. So if you only have one budget for one foundation, go for this one. I don't think you will regret it, especially if you have combination / oily skin like me. I think you will love it. Alright, so moving on for another foundation. If you want that full coverage foundation, if you're into that kind of look, I would recommend the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. In fact, I'm going to pick up another one during the sale because this one, first of all, is a little bit too dark for me right now. And second of all, this is a drawback. Yeah, it doesn't have a pump. It literally twists it up. Then you just put on your skin. So it's very messy, thus it's not the most hygienic design. So it requires you to, update a new bottle very often. That I don't really like, but I don't think there is a comparable foundation in the market that gives you the beautiful full matte finish like this one does. That's why I keep repurchasing this one, just because I need a bottle of foundation that's really full coverage for special events, for when I want a very matte look. I still think this one is the best in the market for that specific finish, and it melts like cheese into your face. It really doesn't sit on your face. Even though it's full coverage, you still blend it out really well. So yeah, I still love this one. I wish they could just add a pump and then I'm just gonna be happily ever after with this one. But you know what? I'm gonna just settle with whatever I can get. So yeah, I think you should check it out if you want that full coverage look. Alright, moving on, another foundation if you want a matte look, but it's not too full coverage, but still have a medium to full coverage. I would recommend the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I love this foundation. This one, I think, hit that sweet spot of high end, but not crazily expensive. But in the meantime, it delivers. So let me show you guys this foundation. Keep in mind, this color is a little bit too light for me right now, but we're just seeing the finish. Look at that. Instantly, it covers your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very full coverage, but not like too full to the point of Marc Jacobs, but it's still pretty full coverage in my opinion. But still, at the same time, it's not too matte. Still have a little bit of a glowiness to it. You still have a little bit of wiggle room to work with this formula, but it will give you that kind of freshly painted face kind of a look. So if you're into that, I feel like the Dior one is a really good one. So you should definitely check it out. Alright, lastly, the last foundation recommendation is a foundation stick. And this product, I don't know why people don't talk about it anymore, even though I still think it's really legit. So this is from Makeup Forever. It's the Ultra HD Foundation Stick. So this is what it looks like. Oh my god, if you want a professional finish, beautiful makeup that goes on super smoothly, but it's not that crazily expensive, I feel like Makeup Forever is that sweet spot. So for this foundation, look, I have used a lot. It's really creamy, like that's the one thing I like. So here, look at that. You just literally swipe it on your face and then you use a brush or blender to build it up, and yeah, it just gives you that beautiful finish. I don't know what else to describe it, and it lifting your skin tone as well. So it's not just covering it. it gives you that glow to lifting your skin tone. So that's why I like it. And also it's a pretty, how to say, like a full coverage within sticks, because I think a lot of foundation sticks are more on the natural side. But if you want a foundation stick that you can travel with but still pretty dramatic, I think this is the one, because it's HD, so you have to covers a lot of stuff in front of HD camera. So I just felt like this is a good foundation stick and you should definitely check it out. Alright, moving on, the next two complexion products are highlighting within kind of a products, meaning that if you still want that highlighted look but you want a full coverage look, those products will help you achieve that lit within kind of a look. So the first item I really love is this NARS Super Radiant Booster. So this is what it looks like. This one is 1 fully ounce. It's a lot for a booster, so I think it's a good value. Plus, I think NARS is really consistent with their quality, and also they have that artistic touch to it, so I really love the brand. And yeah, this is a booster that I think is really good for wearing, you know, underneath your foundation. So let me swatch it for you guys. You just, you know, like squish it out, and here. You see the color? It's definitely not like a super loud color. It's I'd say sheeny color. I think that will be a better description. It's really beautiful. Plus you can wear it as a highlight. I think there's no problem. And that will give you also a really like beautiful blended glow kind of a look. So it's just a really beautiful finish. I really love the color. I think it's, you know, it's a good value for like a whole tube, plus you get like a discount on the sale. So if you're interested in that kind of a lit within kind of a look and you like those kind of yellow sheen to it, try this glow booster from NARS. It's amazing. And moving on, the second product is also serve as a lit within kind of a booster primer. Is this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Glow. So this is what it looks like. First of all, so beautiful. I love this packaging. I might get a second bottle just because mine is almost used up. But yeah, let me swatch right here. The color is pretty similar to the NARS one. You guys can see. But if you look close enough, the NARS one is definitely on like the yellow side versus the Charlotte Tilbury is the neutral side. So depending on your skin tone, if you have yellow undertone, I think NARS will be better. If you have, you know, pink undertone, I think the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter will be better. But I just really love this product. I love the design. I think it's very luxurious, and you can play around it all over your face. You can use it as your highlight. And also I love the doe-foot applicator. It makes application easier in my opinion than a tube. So yeah, I think this is a really good item to consider buying. Alright, speaking of glow, I also have a body glow item I think is so beautiful. I have to give it a shout out. In fact, this is what I'm wearing currently on my décolleté. So this is a Patrick Tar Body Glow, and this is what it looks like. So this is the color I got. First of all, this body glow smells divine. You should definitely smell it. Literally, I will use it just as a perfume. That's just how good this one smells like. It's amazing. Oh. And also it's very unique. I don't smell this scent anywhere else. I don't find a perfume that smells like this. So I think just for the smell alone, it's really like a plus. Plus, I love this kind of oily shimmer. I feel like some of the shimmer, like the Huda one, even though the bottle is very beautiful, I think the shimmer is a little bit too much. It's too loud. But this body oil, it's like the perfect amount of shine. It's shining, but not too shine. And you probably wouldn't even notice it if I didn't point it out, but that's the look I am going for, because I don't want it to be like, oh, she is a glitter bomb, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be subtle, I want it to be really elegant, I want it to just be there a little bit but not too loud. I feel like this body oil gives me that. Plus this is glass. It's really luxurious, looks beautiful on your vanity. I think it's a great item to buy. And then moving on for skincare products, I don't want to talk too much because I already have a skincare, video dedicated to all the skincare items I like. I have a Get and Ready with me. I also will have 2 skincare hauls coming out soon. So I just really want to mention the stuff I think is absolutely amazing, and I think you should definitely jump on board. And they're both from Tatcha. Are you surprised? I'm not. So the first one is the Tatcha Silk Cream. I love this one. If you haven't used it yet, go ahead and use it. You won't regret it. It's expensive, it's effective. I have no other words. So here, this is the product looks like. I really don't know how to describe it. Let me show you. It's just a tiny little bit because I don't want to waste it. So here, you blend it out. Literally melts into your hand. This product makes your skin feel like silk, silky smooth. I don't even know what are the other words to describe it. It's consistent, the texture is amazing, it's hydrating, but it also gives you that softness to it. So it's a very well-versed product in my opinion. It's not just serving as one function like a water essence or like, I don't know, like a fine line smoother. Is everything in one. So I really think you should jump on board if you haven't, because it's amazing. And then the second item I really love is an oil from Tatcha. So this is a Tatcha Gold Chameleon Beauty Oil, and this is what it looks like. First of all, look how beautiful is this packaging. It's gorgeous. And second of all, this one is 140 ounce, so it's a really decent size. And if you can see, there are gold flakes here. So I feel like this one is for all the girls out there that needs that extra oil in the winter time. Me, myself included, I think oil is really, really effective in cold winter time because it just absorbs into your skin way faster than some cream in my opinion. So this one is beautiful. I really don't know what else to describe it, but it's like a beautiful, nice, high quality oil, but it's not too oily, it's hydrating, it's not too sticky, it's amazing. I just basically, I guess that's the only way to describe it. Sometimes I mix this one in my foundation just to give that extra boost, so it's a great foundation mixer as well. Plus, how beautiful is this packaging, so gorgeous. So I think you should definitely get one during the sale. Alright, so we're having a little intermission right now because look who's visiting me in my filming room. Say hi, PJ. Oh, PJ. I feel like he hasn't been on my video recently, so I'm like, you guys probably miss him, huh? Look how dark he is now. I think he's changing into his winter coat. And also he is all grown up. Hi. I love him so much, even though sometimes he can be a pain in the butt, but he's okay. He's really cute. So I'm going to let him go and we'll back to regular programming. Alright, moving on, I have one hair care item I really, really love. In fact, I repurchased this one before the sale because I just love it so much, I couldn't wait. But I haven't used it yet because I'm saving it for you guys. So this is the duo from Boohoo, and this is what it looks like. I have already shared this one in my last Sephora haul, but I just think this one is so yummy and I already used it up, so I'm like, I need to share with you guys again. So those are the shampoo and the conditioner duo, and inside of this specific, line, they have banana, they have coconut, they have acai. It just smells like a smoothie on your hair. I feel like if you had to get up in the morning and you feel dreaded to go to work, this can be a really quick dose of wake up. It's almost like some people wake up to the fresh scent of coffee. I wake up to the fresh scent of my shampoo and conditioner. So I feel like if you haven't experienced the scent, you haven't experienced Boohoo, you should totally jump on board and get it during the sale because it's totally worth the money. And this makes my hair feel so smooth. I know some of you guys were asking me, oh, what did you do to your hair? To be honest, I'm really basic with my hair care. I just wash them, use conditioner, that's it. Sometimes I use some hair oil before filming, sometimes I don't, depending on how much time I have on my hand. But yeah, I think this one is a really good option. Alright, lastly, I only have 4 lipsticks left. In fact, I have way more stuff that I would love to talk to you guys, but I really don't want to overwhelm you guys because it can be really stressful to see such a long video. But I feel like those 4 lipsticks are the crème de la crème. Like, I have to mention them. And they're all from different brands and different formulas, so it's a good mixture of brands and finishes. So the first one is from Dior. This is the Dior Addict Lip Tint. First of all, I love the packaging. I feel like if you asked me 5 years ago, I would be like, this packaging looks such like kind of like an older lady. But now I start to appreciate those kind of older lady packaging. I guess I'm getting old, but also at the same time I appreciate the simplicity and elegance that goes into this packaging. So I really love it. And what I love more about this is the color. So this is in the shade 512 and this is a color right here. So let me swatch it real quick. So here is the color. I just think this is such a perfect color. If you want that tint look to it, but then you don't want it too much, I think those kind of nudie rosé color with a tint is beautiful, especially on like everyday wear basis where you go to school, you go to work. Oh my gosh, look at this. And also it's super creamy. That's one thing I really love about Dior's lipstick is that they're really creamy and beautiful. It's like if you want more color to show through, you can just, you know, apply a couple more layers. I just think this one is just so versatile. It can be used every single day across different skin tones. So yeah, I highly recommend 512 to all you guys. And moving on, the second lipstick is from Bobbi Brown, and this is also a nude color. So this is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Lip Color in the shade Woober Beige. So this is the packaging looks like. Look how beautiful is this packaging. Absolutely amazing. I love the quality that goes into Bobbi Brown's products. And then here is the color. So it's a super beigey nude color, which is amazing. By the way, if you hear noise, PJ is in my room right now and he won't leave me alone, so I hope you guys don't mind. Oh yeah, anyway, let me swatch it before PJ just keeps snoring. So this is Woober Beige. As you can see, this one is more of like a traditional lipstick kind of formula. Has that moisture to it, has that sheen to it, but it's not like a tint. So it's definitely more pigmented if you want a more pigmented, you know, look. But at the same time, it's not matte, so it's still really just natural everyday wear. So yeah, if you want this color and this finish, check it out, Woober Beige by Bobbi Brown. Alright, moving on. The third lipstick I really love is also the lipstick I'm currently wearing on my lips. I pair this one with the KKW lip liner in Nude 2. Love the finish. This is my go-to. So this is from Pat McGrath. I think Pat McGrath's lipstick is one of the best. I like hers on Tom Ford, but I think hers is a little bit more affordable, even though it's still very expensive. But I think, you know, with the sale, it's the best time to purchase it from her line. And this is in the shade 405. It's called Realness. It's a Luxe Trends lipstick. So this one is the same formula or similar formula as the Bobbi Brown one. This is a color right here, absolutely stunning. And let me swatch it right here. See? And don't you think it's very close to the Bobbi Brown kind of a finish? They're definitely different colors. This one is definitely more on the mauve side, but I'd say it's that kind of, you know, moisture lipstick. The Bobbi Brown one might be a little bit more moisture than, you know, the Pat McGrath one, but the Pat McGrath one is still really moisture. And yeah, look, I love this color. It is so pretty. Like, look at this. This is my go-to color, honestly, and it wears beautifully, super long wearing, not drying, so love it. Alright, the last lipstick is also from Pat McGrath, but this one is a matte formula. I feel like if you're looking for a matte formula in a lipstick format, Pat McGrath is definitely number one, hands down. So I think if you want to collect any of her beautiful lipsticks, now is the time. So I have the shade number 107 called Omi. This is one of her most famous shade, and I'm pretty sure this is also in a holiday packaging coming out now. So you don't have to stick with this black packaging. You can actually have like a blue packaging, I think. So that's really cool. And what I love the most about her matte is that their performance is just crazy. Look at that. Basically 2 swipes, that's the performance you get. How can you get it somewhere else? I really couldn't find a comparable lipstick that looks this good and performs so nice. Nowhere. So it's very, very unique. That's why I think you should get it during the sale. Plus this color, just look at it, super wearable. And also I feel like the difference between her matte lipstick versus like a matte liquid lipstick is that this one is relatively not so drying. Obviously you're not gonna get like a moisture look like a regular lipstick, but still you're not getting a drying liquid lipstick, for example like the Kylie ones. So I think it's really, really good, especially in winter time. If you don't want that line showing, if you don't want dry skin on your lips, definitely go with Pat McGrath's matte lipstick. Highly, highly recommend. Alright, that's it. That's all my recommendations for the upcoming Sephora sale. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I did a ton of research and I picked only the best out of the best from my collection. So I really hope that this video can help you making your decisions and purchasing the stuff you really love. And yeah, now I need to sign off and play with my puppy. So I hope you guys have a beautiful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever, whenever you are. And I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.